Hello all and welcome to Duplicate Success International Monday Night Webinar. Today is Monday, October 23rd. My name is Randy Crebs, Gold Director from Salt Lake City, Utah. I have the distinct honor of introducing the host of tonight's webinar. He is a very well-respected business leader and mentor in this industry. You'll definitely want to have your pen and paper out, sitting up, paying attention, and taking notes as you learn how this industry expert continues to build his business successfully. He has achieved the rank of Emerald Director within our company. He is the co-founder of Duplicate Success International. He is an amazing leader, mentor, and most importantly, I'm very proud to call him my son. Jared, are you on the line?
I am, Dad. Thank you so much for the great introduction. I really appreciate it.
You bet.
All right. Well, welcome everyone to tonight's training. I am super excited for the special guests that we have that will be sharing some key strategies that have made them some of our most successful part-time associates. And before we get started with tonight's training, I want to just remind you of our team DMO. That stands for Daily Method of Operation. If you do these three things, you are going to be successful. If you do them consistently, your success is guaranteed. And I know the guaranteed word is not something we say a lot in this type of a business, but honestly, if you are doing these three things, the first one is doing your 2-2-2 for the day. That's getting out 2 new presentation videos, following up with 2 prospects on the fence, and calling 2 clients or team members. Basically, that's your engine of your business. Then the next thing is to do 15 minutes or more of personal development material each day. That's being on webinars like this, or listening to audios, or reading books on improving in your business. And then number 3 is doing 1 event per week, and that's a home mixer or a local event. And so basically this DMO literally is the key to success in your business. It's what I've been doing for the last 12 years. I've been able to actually generate a 6-figure income doing this consistently. It didn't happen overnight. It took several years, but this is the engine. This is what I've done consistently to make this a success. Before you know it, you start to have people joining with you and locking arms with you, and they're also doing their 2-2-2 for the day. They're also doing their personal development and doing home events in different parts of the country or different parts of the city. So this literally is the engine. Anybody can do this. This is a very part-time type of activity. So I want to encourage you to focus on the 2-2-2. You're doing your 15 minutes of personal development right now, and if you have some type of event scheduled this week, then you're doing a perfect DMO week. And there's 3 keys to a breakthrough in your business and in life. And these 3 strategies go hand in hand with the DMO I just mentioned. In fact, the number 3 thing is that you have a good strategy. And the DMO is a great strategy. It just plain works. It works. And that's you're going to see that from the people that we're interviewing today. Also, the stories that you tell yourself, that's a big key to a breakthrough, because a lot of times if people say, oh, I don't have enough time, well, then you're telling yourself a story that you don't have enough time. Or someone who says, I don't have, the money, or I'm too old, or I don't know technology, or whatever story you tell yourself, you have to replace the negative stories with the positive stories. I can do this. I can figure this out. How can I figure this out? But telling yourself that you can, telling yourself, being positive in your mind, you have to do that to have a breakthrough in your business, and constantly doing that. And then number 1 is the state of mind that you're in, the state that you're in, and that's your energy and your state of mind. You have to have high energy. When you're making your phone calls, make sure you're standing, make sure you're walking around. When you're talking to people, your state of mind. If you're not in a good mood, take a nap and get your energy right before you start building your business, because your energy is contagious and you're going to attract people that are like you. So you want to have your energy high, you want to be positive, and that's the type of people that you're going to attract. And we're going to give some recognition now to people who are doing these things. And how can you tell? Because they're signing people up. So let's give some recognition to the new clients that have started with us in the last in the last week. Welcome to Tia Carey Carrasco, a new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Fantastic work, Renee and Megan. And big congratulations, Tia Carey. Also welcome Marcy Carrasco, a new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Fantastic job, Renee and Megan. Welcome, Marcy. Welcome Martha Ermias, new client introduced by Renee and Megan Martinez. Wow, Renee and Megan, y'all are killing it. Doing the DMO, I can tell. Welcome, Oscar Gomez, new client introduced by Renee and Megan. No image available, but welcome, Oscar, and fantastic job, Renee and Megan. 4 enrollments and on 1 week. Welcome, Annette Sanchez, new client introduced by Denise Garcia. Big congratulations, Denise. Fantastic work, and welcome, Annette. I know Annette made a very large order, so welcome, Annette, and congratulations on taking your health to the next level. All right, so now let's welcome the new associates that have started with us in the last week. Welcome Caesar Passain, new associate introduced by Sally Passain, and I know that they're in Seattle, Washington. Caesar, I believe, is driving home right now, so he's not able to be on and say hello. But Caesar, maybe next week we can just chat for a minute and want to introduce you to the team. And big congratulations to you, Sally, on enrolling your son. I can tell you that it's so special working with your parent, in my case, working with my mom and dad, and I know it's the same for them working with me, and it's just such a cool thing to see a mother-son combo coming on to the team. So big congratulations, Sally, and welcome, Caesar. Also welcome to Clayton Hale from Tulsa, Oklahoma, a new associate introduced by Steve Klein. We actually have Clayton on the webinar right now and wanted to just bring you on for a moment, Clayton, and just say welcome, first of all, to the team, and tell us about you. What's your background in your job? What do you do for work right now? And what attracted you to start your USANA business?
Well, I'm actually in sales a lot right now. I'm pretty much a sales hardcore. I work in a furniture business here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Mathis Brothers furniture store, but I've been in the people business for about 23 years, actually more like 27 years now since I've been with the store, health, wellness, and sales. So the combination of both kind of caught my attention, and being impressed with the product itself and combining it, being able to be more passionate about the business end of it, knowing that the health and wellness is there to support my word, and
for sure,
that's where I'm at.
Fantastic. Well, Clay, big congratulations on starting your business. I want to give a big shout out to your mentor, Steve Klein, as well, for introducing you to USANA. And tell us, Clay, what's the biggest thing you're most excited about right now moving forward in your first week?
Honestly, the biggest thing is being able to bring other people along on this ride and assisting them with their wealth and healthness.
I love it.
It's a one-lane highway with 2 ways to go. It's kind of like I don't know. It's really exciting to know that you can put it all in one package.
Absolutely. Well, I want to welcome you. I also want to acknowledge you for hosting your first event this Wednesday in Tulsa. That is big time. You're doing the DMO, 1 event a week, 2 a day. That is the magical formula. So congratulations on applying it, taking it, making it happen.
Yes, sir.
All right. And then we're going to do some special recognition. Thank you, Dad, for making this slide. We were number 21 top Emerald Directors in the United States market last week. Thank you, Team DSI, for all you do. We couldn't be here without you. We really appreciate and love you. Also, special announcements. Welcome kits are free through November 4th. So we have 2 more weeks with free starter kits. Clayton is a recipient of the free starter kit, so congratulations, Clayton. I know Caesar Passain also is. And these starter kits are so cool. They're upgraded. In fact, they're the coolest starter kit I've ever seen in 12 years of working with USANA, hands down. The cool things that your new associates are going to receive include a blender bottle, a USANA notebook, a backpack, a nice USANA pen, just all kinds of great information. Oh, and the best thing is the Jim Rohn. I'm circling it right here. The Jim Rohn, this one right here, the CD. This Jim Rohn audio is gold. It's gold. Clayton, Caesar, Please listen to this. This audio is the foundational audio that set me on the right track 12 years ago. But definitely super excited that that's in every starter kit from now on. Smart move from USANA, for sure. All right, let's move on to the next slide. All right, so all associates that enroll between August 16th and November 17th are eligible for a commission bonus. So that includes you, Clayton, and Caesar. And that's a 25% bonus on your first 90 days as an associate. So basically you make as much money as you can, and then USANA is going to take that amount and give you an extra 25%. So if you make $1,000 your first 90 days, you get an extra $250. If you make an extra $10,000, you get an extra $2,500, right? You just do the math. So the goal is to help as many people as possible. And big congratulations to the people who are recipients of this. Brenna O'Reilly from Salt Lake City, Utah, congratulations. Christina Ferris from San Antonio, Texas, congratulations. Patty Waltman from Pleasanton, Jordanton, Texas, congratulations. Cesar Passain from Seattle, Washington, congratulations. And Clayton, ooh, we need to add you, Clayton, right here. We will be adding you into this. Clayton Hale from Tulsa, Oklahoma also qualifies. And so you guys have 90 days from your first day in your business. All right, so let's continue on here with the GoPro and Wincentive. We have an incentive right now with our team that's going on through this week. This is the last week of our incentive. It's been a 10-week incentive. And through 9 weeks, we have Phyllis Walker in first place with 68 points. Carlos Gomez and Jared Harris are tied for second place. And then we have a lot of people very, very close. And I know many of you are making a big push here in the last week. So I know this is really still anybody's game to win, probably from literally people who have 37 points all the way to the top. I mean, anybody could be the winner of this contest. And those of you who are watching this for the first time, you may be saying, well, what is this? How do you get the points, etc.? Well, basically, you get points for doing these things listed here. You get points for getting your binder completed. So, Clayton, when you get your binder completed, you'll have points towards the contest. You'll probably participate in the next contest, however, because this one's over in a week. But you also get points for having rank advancements, for doing your weekly action plan, doing your DMO tracker. So, Regina Walker, we're going to be working with you on your weekly action plan next. You also get points for enrolling new associates, enrolling new clients, as long as they're on auto order. And you also get points when your new personally sponsored associate registers for GoPro in Las Vegas. What is the prize? Well, the prize is $400 cash for first place. Second place is $250, and third place is $150. So that's cash that you can use for your GoPro ticket in Vegas or your plane ticket or whatnot. If you place but you're not going to the event in Vegas, then the prize gets cut in half. So in other words, we're giving all the cash to the people who are investing in their business and going to the Las Vegas GoPro event. But again, if someone's not able to go, they still get half the cash prize that they win. But wait, there's even more. To the people who place in the top 8, you will get a 30-minute coaching session from one of these Golden Above directors listed. Imagine having 30 minutes with 5-star foundation executive Brian Penrod, somebody who's made millions and millions of dollars in USANA. You can ask him anything you want, and make a relationship with these top leaders. Also, executive 1-star diamond from Toronto, Leanne Jacobs. Foundation executive diamond from Salt Lake City, Brian Douglas. Diamond director from also from Toronto, Krista Rialba. Ruby director from Colorado, Eric Martindale. Diamond director from Sydney, Australia, Josie Tong. Gold director from Salem, Massachusetts, Pamela Pearson. And gold director from Salt Lake City, Marshall Manley. So imagine, having this time might even be more valuable than the cash prize. So I really want to encourage you to make that big push so you can be in the top 8. And it's going to come down to enrollments. I can tell you that right now. Those people who enroll the most associates and clients on auto order, they're going to qualify for these coaching sessions, and we're going to make a big deal about it. So super proud of everyone for participating. And let the games begin. We have 5 more days. Friday is the last day. Friday at midnight Mountain Time is the last second for you to get this going. Also, for the USANA clients page, when you enroll a new client, please make sure you add them to the USANA clients page. You add them right here, and you make a post right there, because we're building a community. And the more you make people feel special and important, the more your business is going to grow. Also, Team DSI, when you enroll a new associate, please add them to the Team DSI page. You add them right here. You make the post right there. And we have a whole separate page for associates so that we don't bother the clients with all of our business stuff. We only do product posts on the client's page. So we have two groups that we're building. And also, thank you for commenting. Thank you so much. You guys do such a great job of commenting and welcoming and congratulating everybody for their achievements. So thank you for doing that. I want to encourage you to continue to do that, even if they're not in your business, which you all do a great, great job at. Also, those of you who want to really take your business to the next level, the Dr. Ladd VIP program gives you access to protocols from a doctor who's used USANA product with his patients. But the biggest value is the $199 per year access to Ask Dr. Ladd questions on his private Facebook page. And if you use our Team DSI coupon code, the price goes down to $129 a year. So I highly recommend that you look into that, Dr. Ladd VIP, because I have questions a lot of times, and I'll ask Dr. Ladd on this Facebook group. He gets back to me on the same day. And all the top associates are there. So I want to encourage you to get that, invest in that when you can. It's a great, great resource to ask questions to a doctor and have him respond back to you. All right, so we're going to take a 5-second pause for editing, and we're going to start with our training in just a few seconds. Hello and welcome to our team training webinar. My name is Jared Crebs. I'm pictured here with my wife, Crystal. We're Emerald Directors, co-founders of Team DSI. And today's training is all about the top 2 part-time associates in Team DSI. These 2 people have done some amazing things on a part-time basis with their business. And you are going to hear from both of them and how they manage to balance a busy life with building their USANA business and what drives them and some of the strategies that they're doing to create results. And so we're going to start with Denise Garcia, who's made 16 paychecks in a row. That means that she's been getting paid every week for 4 months. So her products are being paid for. She's starting to turn a profit. She's also a busy wife, mother, full-time job holder, and I want her to share her story. So I want to bring her on. But Denise, first of all, I just want to start by saying thank you for being such a great example to Team DSI. Thank you for consistently balancing your business and getting this great information out to new people, because you are blessing people's lives. You're changing their futures. And we really appreciate it. And I love working with you on a weekly basis. Denise, are you on the line?
I am.
All right, we hear you loud and clear. So can you start just by telling the team a little bit about you, where you live, what you do for work, and what initially attracted you to your USANA business?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you, Jared. Very kind of you. It hasn't been a very difficult thing for me. It's been if you are someone who talks to people every day, it's just something that comes natural, I guess, to talk to people about things you like, things that are working for you. So that's what I've basically done. I live in a small town. I live in Floresville, Texas. I work 5 days a week. I have, kids that are involved in activities.
What ages?
I have a 19-year-old who he's out of high school, obviously, but I have a 16-year-old who's very involved in multiple activities. My 17-year-old also tends to be involved and has a job himself. So it's a bunch of back and forth. And, when I'm not working, I'm doing things with them. Aside from that, I have my family and friends, and I stay busy, very busy. But I always make time for my DMO. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It really, truly, it's just giving a few minutes, attention to it. Every day, I have my power hour, and I make that time at lunchtime so that it's a balance with work and with USANA, and I try to to make that balance work, because if not, I feel like I'm neglecting work and I still got to keep up with that. Or I feel like I'm neglecting USANA and I want to keep up with that. So I will take my power hour at lunch and I'll start, making my follow-up calls or text rather, and touching base with people that I've talked to within the week and people that, I've talked to previous to this week, just to stay in touch. And I send out my 2 videos a week, or my video to 2 different people a day, and I work my plan. My weekly plan, and that's how I've gotten as far as I've gotten.
Tell us about your power hour. I actually didn't know that you did it every day, like from 12 to 1. Is that how you do it?
Yes, I do. I sit down. I have a list every day. I'm sorry.
How do you eat?
I do it in between there. It doesn't take much. I'm texting. I can have 10, 15 texts going out within a few minutes, because I'm basically just, putting feelers out there to my friends that I've already spoken to, or to prospects that I've already sent the video to. And I get responses. I may not get responses from every one of them, but I do get responses back, and it'll initiate a conversation.
Okay, so you're like eating your lunch. You're eating your lunch. I'm just trying to envision this. You're eating your lunch and you're texting. Yes. And you're calling, or mostly texting? Mostly texting. Okay, so you're eating your lunch and you're just sending out texts. Like, what do you say in the texts?
I just follow up with those that I've sent videos to. So if I've sent a video to someone, I'll reach out to them, ask them if they were able to watch the video. What did they think? And once I get a response back from them, it allows me to have the opportunity to tell my story. So once I can tell my story, usually it ensues some questions, and it just goes from there. And
it may not. Story in text, or do you call them later, or how does that go?
I usually do a lot of texting. I do a lot of texting, because in between, while I'm at work, I may get, someone walk in that needs some help with something, or, something may come up. So it's a lot easier for me to text and message through Messenger. It's just a lot easier that way at work. There are those that I will say, what's a good time for me to call you? And I'll call after work, or when I'm not so busy, and we'll have a discussion about the products and about their personal needs, and I'll be able to give my story and my testimony, and it's been working. It's been working.
Wow,
so
okay. So you're generating all the activity from like 12 to 1, and then you're just keeping up with it later in the day through maybe a phone call here, a phone call there. But
right.
The engine of your strategy is that 1 hour from 12 to 1.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
So I can send videos out. I can, reach out to people. I can do everything all in that time. And then, or I make it a point to do everything all in that time, because once I leave work, once I leave for the day, I'm running around here and there and everywhere. And
yeah, because you have a child in high school, so you're doing a lot with her, right?
Right. She's very involved. She's drum major. She's cheerleader. I'm everywhere.
So you don't even really have time after work.
Not much, but I will make time. I've been trying to do a mixer a week. Last week I didn't have a mixer, but I did make an appointment. Tell us about that.
Because I want everyone to know you live pretty far from San Antonio. Floresville, it's not easy to get to San Antonio. So you've been hosting your own home events about once a week. Tell us, what's the night that you do that? How do you balance that and make time still have time with your kids and family? When is it? Give us some details about your event, your home event.
I try to plan them on a Wednesday or Thursday. Whatever works best with other people, because I want to make sure that, I have guests come over. So if someone says, I can't be there tonight, but I can be there tomorrow, I'll wait till I get other responses back. And if the consensus is Thursday works better, I'll do it on a Thursday.
Also, you tailor it to your guests' availability.
I do.
When do you make that decision? Like on Monday or Tuesday, or like when is that decision made?
Usually on Monday.
On Monday.
Usually on Monday. And
So
if
you also,
somebody tells me on Tuesday, well, I usually wait till like Tuesday to send out the flyer of the mixer. And then when that time comes, I just make sure everybody knows I have this going on. You know, my kids, my husband. I usually try to plan it when they have things going on, so that, you know, it's not so disruptive at
like
home.
they're out of the house, they're somewhere else.
Yeah,
And
yeah, and sometimes they're there and they're doing their own thing in their rooms, or, you know, they may be in the living room and I'm in the dining room. I set up my laptop. You know, I don't play the video right away. I'll welcome them in. You know, I'll have shakes ready. You know, I usually just mix them up in my blender bottle, have them nice and chilled. And once they're, you know, coming in, I'll offer them a shake.
a full
You know,
shake,
allow
or
some
like
time
a
for
whole
us to
shake,
kind
or
of
half a
chat.
shake?
I usually do half a shake.
Half a shake.
Just half
And
a
you
shake.
said you don't use a blender, so you just have them like in a blender bottle shooken up?
Right.
Like,
I'll
like
make about 2 to 3 blender bottles full. I'll keep them really chilled in the freezer for just a few minutes before the mixer starts, and then I'll have cups ready to go. And as soon as they come in, I'll start pouring the shakes.
So I
and
like
offering them
that.
out.
So they're already pre-made, so you don't have to worry about a blender and ice and all this mess. And
Right.
it's just like you just pour. Wow, I'm learning right now. Okay, that's what I'm going to do in my next mixer. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
So
I learned because I used to, you know, dabble with the blender, and I need ice, and I have to run to the store and grab everything, and, you know, it really saves a lot of time to have it ready, so that when they walk in, here's a shake, you know, try
Sure.
it out. This is what, and I'll explain the shake while they're drinking it. And then, you know, we'll talk a little, we'll kind of converse a little. And then once we've kind of conversed enough, I've given my testimony, I'll go ahead and play the video.
So you play the video
like
as opposed to doing the PowerPoint. You prefer to use the video?
Right.
Why do you prefer to use the video? I'm just curious. I mean, it's either way is fine, but I'm just wondering.
For me, it feels like it flows. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I set my laptop up and here's a video. This is because it's what I send to everyone too. So I want to give them, and I watch it with them because I want to give them what I felt when I first saw it, you know.
Cool. Fantastic. And which video are you using when you show it?
Right now I'm using This Is USANA.
So this is USANA video. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do you like pass out the price lists and show them the options video after, or do you explain everything?
After the video's over, we'll kind of talk some more. I will pass out everything to them, and then we'll go over the price list, the product list, and I'll have them fill out the form, you know, giving me information about them, and we'll just talk until they decide what it is that they would like to order. And a lot of times, like this past week, it was more of I didn't have an actual mixer, but I made an appointment with Annette to meet with her at 5 on Thursday, and she was there at 5 sharp. And she came in, I gave her a shake. We sat down, we talked, you know, we watched the video. After the video, we talked more one-on-one as far as what her needs are. You know, what was her concern as far as her health goes. And, you know, for her, you know, we went ahead because it was more weight loss. You know, we went through everything, you know, as far as that goes. I went through the whole product list, and she asked me for recommendations. What do you recommend? You know, and I went ahead and recommended what I thought, you know, would work for her.
So you did the same thing that you would do in a mixer, but you did it with a one-on-one, kind of like a one-on-one mixer almost.
Right.
Okay, awesome.
Maybe a mixer and only one person showed up.
Right, yeah, that happens. And and then do you play the options video at the end normally, or do you just explain the products and have them sign up?
I just explain the products and have them sign up. I'm not opposed to showing the options video. It's just at the time, I just explained everything. So far, that's what I've done.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's great, and that's your option. So, you know, some associates don't know how to do that yet. I definitely recommend you use the options video if you're not used to explaining the products. But if you want to save time and you want to just make it quicker and whatnot, Absolutely. You have for the people that are on today?
The one thing I will say is that there are going to be moments where you feel like, is this really for me? Because maybe I'm not, I don't have enough clients coming in, or I'm not talking to enough people. Don't give up. Just keep going. Keep doing what you're doing. One of the things that I love about this is that your business, you're going to get back what you put in. So if you want to excel, if you want to continue and be where some of these top leaders are, you just have to work at it every day. And it gets easier and easier. It's just talking to people, basically. And as you go through with your business, you're going to talk to people, and they're going to come to you because they know this is what you're involved with, and they see it in you. And they will come to you like they've come to me and say, what is it that you're doing? I talked to so-and-so, and so-and-so's taking these products. I want to try that. I want to do that. And that's it in a nutshell. Don't give up. Just keep going. Keep going. For me, the reason why I've been so consistent with it.
Follow-up question to that was, what has been the hardest moment in your business where you felt like you wanted to quit? What happened? How did you overcome it?
When life gets hard. Everybody has life. Everybody has a life outside of USANA. And for me, in the beginning, it was when things happen, life happens. And, for me, it was my grandmother passing. And I had, I was shopping for a new vehicle because I needed a new vehicle. So all of those things at the same time, among other things, it gets overwhelming. And you look at it and you're like, I don't have time for this. I need to focus on getting this new vehicle and, driving down to wherever it is, to go to this funeral and losing my grandmother. And it's so overwhelming, but you have to remember, I had to remember I had a goal. I have a goal, and that's what I need to keep my focus on. Luckily, I had Jared to call me, and kind of put things back into perspective for me, in a very nice way. But that would be my hardest moment, when life is difficult. But I have to remember I have a goal and I've got to keep going.
Absolutely. Denise, thank you so much for sharing these great strategies. I agree, when life gets hard, that's when people feel like quitting, and you have gone through those moments and continue to carry on, and that's what makes your story so inspiring, because it shows that everybody can do this. I want to give a big shout out to Renee and Megan Martinez also for mentoring you and working with you throughout your time with USANA. Renee and Megan, you're doing amazing, and congratulations on working with Denise and bringing her into USANA. I just want to also add that Denise came from a home event. Denise was invited to a home event just like the one she does. And now look what she's doing. So Denise,
it wouldn't have been for Renee, I wouldn't be where I am now. I wouldn't be involved with USANA. So I have to thank Renee and Megan as well. They've been amazing.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, thank you, Denise. We really appreciate your time tonight. And if you're available later, I'll have the team chat you some questions. I think you might have to go to your prayer meeting right now, but thanks again for being on, Denise, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.
Thank you.
All right. So now we're going to go to our next special guest after these messages. No, just kidding. Right now, we're going to go directly to him, Mr. Mike Baez, who is the first associate, first part-time associate to record a perfect DMO week this year. Okay, now what does that mean? Because some of you are brand new on this webinar. I'm going to show you what that means right here. You can see this document that I'm displaying. This is the DMO tracker, and you see how it's divided into 6 boxes. So each day, basically, you fill out a box. You get 2 videos out to new people. You follow up with 2 people, and you call 2 of your existing clients or associates. And this particular week, which was last week, Mr. Mike Baez did 6 for 6. He got 12 new videos out. He got 12 follow-ups done, and he called 12 existing clients or team members. And he has so much momentum in his business that he's about to have a promotion this week, his first promotion. He's enrolling people left and right. He's obviously got a lot of no's and et cetera. But tonight we're going to talk about this because right here, this is what you want to do. You want to create a week like this and then work on doing it consistently. And I can tell you, when you start to do weeks like this consistently, you're going to start to get to a full-time income with USANA because this is what it takes. And the thing about it is it's designed for a part-time person to do it, and we had someone do it this past week. So Mr. Michael Baez, thank you for being on. Thank you for being such a great example to our team. Tell us a little bit about you, what you do for work, what inspired you to start with USANA in the first place. Let's start there.
Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Oh, great. Hey, well, I'm driving, so it might be a little noisy out here. But anyway, yeah, Mike Baez. I'm from San Antonio. I'm actually a musician. You can probably tell by the picture there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a drummer, and I teach. That's where I'm coming from right now. I just finished teaching, so I'm on my way home. And I teach drums, basic piano, percussion, and I do that 7 days a week, so I basically work every day. And then I play in the evenings, anywhere from 3 to 5, maybe even more days, more evenings, that is. So I stay pretty busy doing that. And that, along with that goes preparing my lessons for my students, learning songs, having rehearsals. So all that stuff, it just can really add up and take up a lot of time. So that's what I have to deal with. But anyway, so what was the next question, Jared?
What attracted you to USANA? And thank you, first of all, for sharing what you do and the challenges that you have. I mean, working 7 days a week as a full-time musician, that's quite a line of work. I know you love it. You're very good at what you do. I love going to your gigs. But tell us, what attracted you to start with USANA in the first place?
Well, actually, my brother invited me, and so I went to one of the mixers that you were presenting, and I really saw the products, and I was really impressed with basically what I saw on the presentation, the products and so on, and I knew that the business was a possibility. My question was, obviously, with the time frame that I have in terms of being able to do it, I was thinking, well, I'm not too sure. So I went ahead and took the products, started out with the products, and then and I'll just tell you a quick testimony for me. It's just when I took the products, I noticed they started working like within a week. My energy level just boosted, and some other things as well. So that right there told me that the products were really what you were saying it was. So probably, I think a month later, I said, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and become an associate. So that was in April. Anyway, I got a few people. I was able to get a few customers, and then I just couldn't get it going for a while. It was just taking me a while. I couldn't get the swing of things, but.
Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. So first of all, you started off as a client. So you were not an associate. You did not want to have a USANA business right away. You just wanted to try the products. What happened to you physically when you tried the products?
Well, one of them was, like I said, was my energy level. It just kind of, it went up. It totally went up, and it didn't take long. It was like I said, like within a week. So I was really impressed with that. The other thing is I noticed that my feet were kind of achy. Like I'd get up in the morning, And so that was gone as well. So I was like, wow, this
So
stuff
your
really
feet were
works.
achy. Okay.
Yeah, like I'd get up in the morning, I was like, I could feel my feet were a little achy, but
Okay, so you
like
noticed
same thing, you
noticed
move like-
results with your feet. Okay, you noticed results with your feet, and you noticed much more energy. And then what happened that made you want to start a business and take that plunge? What helped you make that shift?
well, that was one of them. That was in my head, right? But then my son had some health issues, so then I decided to buy some product for him. And then I said, well, you know what? I'm pretty close to the requirements for, to become an associate. So I says, well, you know what? Let's just go ahead and do this anyway. I've been thinking about it, so that's how I jumped in. So that made it that much easier for me to jump in, being that I had to buy more product.
Right. So your son had a health condition, and you bought more product to start your business, and then, but I guess I'm curious to know, because we invited you to attend an event, and you came to that event and saw a lot more about the possibilities of the business, but you were still not an associate. How did going to an event help you?
Well, I went to several events actually. So
You're breaking up, Mike. I'm sorry, you're breaking up. I don't know how we can get you to a better spot.
well, I'm driving, like I said,
Okay,
so
you're good. You're good.
but am I good? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where was I?
How did going
I
to
went
an event help you?
Yeah, I went to several events, and each one obviously helped me, because I've been to one of the doctor events. I'm trying to think of which one that was. That was I can't remember which doctor.
Dr.
Give me 1 second.
McNamara?
Hold on. Give me 1 second. Trying to get my gate open here.
See, that's what happens when you build your business. You gotta multitask when you're building your business, man. I love it.
That's right. I'm doing everything here. But it was a different doctor. I can't remember his name.
Oh, okay. And what did the events do for you? Because what I'm trying to have everyone understand is you have to share the vision with your clients. Once they become a client, still invite them to the event and invite them to multiple events. How many events did you go to before you actually became an associate?
I actually went to several. I think I went to a few mixers. I went to probably 2 other events that were held in San Antonio. Jared, because
You're breaking up. Losing you.
you were on. Can you hear me now?
I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
A little
Hello?
bit. Okay.
Hello. Okay. Well, I think just the fact that you kept giving me information, things to do, and so on, really kept me going. And so I have to say that helped me a lot. The fact that you were just very much just giving me things to do. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. And another thing I did, and I want everyone to know, is that I gave him videos to watch. And I would call him every week and say, what did you like about the video? Okay, here's a new one. Let's talk next week about that one. How did that go for you?
That was amazing. That was amazing. Really get my mindset,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of, actually, I was getting a lot of training through that, actually, to be quite honest, which was really preparing me for what's coming up,
So all that was great to help you sign up. But once you signed up, Mike, you had about 3 months where you didn't do much as far as creating results. We're talking about several months where there were no new enrollments, no new videos going out. How did you get through that hard time to produce this great week that you had last week where you got 12 videos out? And what snapped?
Great question.
What helped you create this result, bro? Because nobody has done this in 1 week. This is my challenge to you, everybody watching this webinar, to be that next Mike Baez that gets this accomplished, not just for the recognition, but also for the your business is on fire right now, Mike. But what got you through? Because we're talking about a long time where you are not executing like this. So what helped you make that shift?
Well, I'm gonna have to say it was two things, really. Give me 1 second. I got to get the lights on in my apartment.
All right.
All right. Thanks. I think it was two things. One was summertime was kind of slow for me, so it kind of put a burden on my financial status. So I had to think, well, I got to do something. I got to make this thing work. And so finally, I just said to myself, it's just my mindset. I had to make a decision to just make it happen. It's like sink or swim kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
It just, I had to, it was really a mindset. I had to say, you know what? Because part of the problem was I was having a hard time with the videos. I think we talked about that, and I asked you, is there a different way to do this, right?
Uh-huh.
And so I was just really struggling trying to get the business going. And then I just changed my frame of mind, and I said, you know what? I'm just going to do this, and I'm not going to worry about the outcome. I'm just going to go in there and focus on doing what I have to do. And just get it done. Don't worry about the outcome. Just do it. Just do it, and just keep pushing. And so I think that's how I did it, pretty much.
I'm curious, what was your concern about the 15-minute video that we use, and what got you over that?
Okay. Well, first thing was when I sent the videos out, I wasn't having any luck. But I think part of that was me. The way I was presenting myself.
Okay, so you didn't have.
So I think that had a big, that had a lot to do with it. Just the way I'm presenting myself,
And what are you saying now? Because you got 12 people to say, yes, I will watch the video. And out of those 12 people, I know 6 have watched the video. And I think you've enrolled 3 people since then. So you literally have a 50% closing ratio, and you're a top client enroller in the team. So what are you saying now when you call someone to ask them to watch the video?
Well, first of all, I try to do it in a non-threatening way. I'm just really open and friendly. But I'm just, hey, how's it going? What's going on? Hey, well, listen, I've got this video with the business that I'm with here, and just check it out. And you'll be helping me out as well. I'm not saying in these words, but getting just the gist of.
Can we role play for a second so people can hear what you actually say?
Sure, I'll do my best.
I'm gonna be your band member, somebody you work with. Let's say I'm a guitar player in your band. You call me up, just real quick, because we're gonna end right after this.
Okay, perfect. Okay,
all right.
So I'm calling you. Hey, yep. Jared, how's it going?
Hey, Mike, I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing pretty good, man. So what's going on? What you been up to?
Oh, just doing a lot of gigs, man. Just playing every night and teaching during the day. Just staying real busy.
Oh yeah, so that's good. You're keeping busy and stuff. Hey, well, listen, I know you're pretty busy, but I don't want. So I'll do this quick here. I've got this 15-minute video. It's with the company that I'm with currently.
Okay.
And I'd like to send it to you, and it won't take long. It'll be quick, and I want you to tell me what you think about it. And sometimes they might ask me what it is, so I'll just tell them, I'm with a nutritional company, and okay. so I may mention that, I won't say USAN or anything.
So what is it?
Oh, it's just a nutritional company I'm working with. It's been working, really, really good for me and for other people as well. So just check it out. Just check it out. It won't take long, and so I'll call you back. So when can I call you back?
I can probably watch it tomorrow.
All right. What's a good time for you tomorrow?
Call me at 5.
Call you at 5? Okay, perfect. I'll call you at 5. Okay. Talk to you later.
Oh, so that's it. But don't you also say that you're going to have a 3-way call, or you're going to have?
Oh, you're right. So that's another thing that I do is I kind of say that ahead of time. I'll say, oh, by the way, do you mind if I get my my mentor, my trainer, because I'm still new, so I'm still, learning, the script. So do you mind if I get him on the phone on a three-way?
You mean tomorrow at 5?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow at 5. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, perfect. I'll call you then, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, take care. We'll see you.
Bye.
Thanks for reminding me, Jared. Forgot about that part.
No, I know that you've had a lot of success by doing, and that's something I've learned from you, Mike, is that you kind of forecast that you'll be calling with an expert or a mentor on the line the next time you call, which has worked really well because you've done a lot of successful three-way calls here in the last week. So, Mike, I want to thank you for sharing your strategies, what's working for you. Thank you for being so persistent. I also want to give a big shout out to your brother, Ralph Baez, who's also listening on this webinar. But Mike, you've done such a phenomenal job with I guess, really overcoming those things that a lot of associates will drop out from. But you've clearly shown that you're in this for the long haul and you're willing to overcome all the challenges. So thank you for being such a great team member. Thank you for everything you do. And do you have any final words of advice to the team before we end?
Yes. Like Denise said, don't give up. Just keep pushing. Guess what? If you just keep doing what you have to do, it's eventually going to happen. Just keep tugging along, keep doing it. But the thing is, you have to make that decision to do it, because a lot of us, I think we all know what we have to do, and we just don't do it. So you just have to make a decision to do it, and give yourself a deadline. That's another thing that helped me out too, Jared, was you gave me some incentives.
Mm-hmm.
So I took those incentives, said, you know what, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Play in the team incentives. Play in the team incentives.
Yeah. So that really works too. That, that's icing on the cake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because I stayed, Friday, I actually had a day off, believe it or not. And I stayed that whole day. I worked it, and I didn't quit until I got every single piece on that DMO done.
That's phenomenal.
I just made it happen. That's it.
Great work. I'm super proud of you, Mike. Thank you for being on, and thank you for being such a great example and sharing some of the things that's working great with you. This concludes our training for tonight. Thank you for watching, and look forward to hearing about your success with your USANA business very soon. Okay, don't go anywhere, everybody. Stay there. I got some announcements to say. So we have some events coming up. Here's the events coming up. USANA University is in San Antonio this Saturday, October 28th. And this is a chance for you to hear from top diamond directors, people who are making over $200,000 a year with USANA, okay? So this is something that you get to learn about social selling, social media, building your business, taking it to the next level. Many of you are in San Antonio. This is an event that normally you'd have to spend at least maybe $200-300 on a ticket. You got to buy a plane ticket. You have to get a hotel. You end up spending $1,000 to go to an event like this. In San Antonio, you can get your ticket by Wednesday for only $35. So I really highly recommend you do that, and bring guests. Bring your people who have not signed up yet and let them pay $35 and let them invest and get trained. The events that happened in Chicago and Los Angeles were amazing. And Washington, D.C. has actually been moved to November 7th. So that's also going to be happening on the East Coast for you team members that are on the East Coast. So please make this a priority, especially those of you in the San Antonio market. If you're not, you can certainly travel to any of these cities, or I guess San Antonio or Washington, D.C. We would love to see you there. And then Las Vegas is coming up, actually, just in about 2.5 weeks. We're going to all be in Las Vegas at the 2017 GoPro Recruiting Mastery. That's going to feature Mr. Eric Worre himself. That's Mr. GoPro, the author of the GoPro book. Also, Tony Robbins, one of the top motivational speakers, and Pitbull, who is not only a famous recording artist, but he's also an entrepreneur that has made tons of cash being successful in business. But in addition to these 3 featured speakers, they're going to have over 20 top leaders who are making 6 figures a month in network marketing. So you're going to hear from top people in all of the network marketing companies, and they're going to be sharing how they've been successful. And I didn't say 6 figures a year. I said 6 figures a month. So you want to learn from these people. You go, they say birds of a feather flock together. I highly recommend you come to Vegas. It's obviously it's the most expensive event of the year. It's $400 for your ticket, but we do have some tickets still available for those of you who want to grab a last minute ticket. But this event, I swear to you, was one of the highlights of the entire year. So we're going to be there. Big shout out to everybody that's going. And contact me if you want to get your ticket or you still want to pull off Las Vegas. Going into 2018, just save these dates, please. Salt Lake City, Utah, Challenge You. It's a weekend seminar. It's the best way to start your year. You're going to be hearing from all the top leaders. And I got a text from Renee Martinez. Tell them who's going with us to Vegas. Renee, thank you. That's a great reminder. The people going with us to Las Vegas, and I don't want to forget anybody, but I'll do my very best. Renee Martinez, Phyllis Walker, my wife, Crystal, myself, help me out here, Becky Armstrong, Betty Meyer, Christian Glad. We're working on Ralph Baez, which I know we've been talking about. Ralph, let's do this, baby. Ralph's coming with us this time. Dad, remind me if I forgot anyone. Phyllis, remind me. But big congratulations to everybody who's investing. We're going to have a blast in Vegas. All right, so please save the dates. Salt Lake City, January 25th through the 27th in 2018. San Antonio, February 8th through the 10th. Challenge You. It's the best way to start your new year and have that momentum, because everybody has New Year's resolutions. They want to lose weight. They want to make more money than they ever had. So please get to one of these two events. Steve Klein, Clay Hell. I want to see you in San Antonio, February 8th through the 10th. Challenge You. Save the date for you ladies. The Sweet Retreat, February 1st through the 3rd in Costa Mesa, California. This is one of the most, it is the best event for ladies in the entire year. You hear from all the top people in USANA, and you can only go if you're a lady. So it's like the best time ever. My mom always goes, my wife, many top women in Team DSI, Megan Martinez, Phyllis Walker. I don't want to just like name names because I'm going to miss someone's name, but like, it's awesome. This event is so amazing. I wish I could go. But ladies, that's the day. Make it a priority in your calendar. And the events for April of next year will be announced very soon for 2018. And then the most important event of the entire USANA year is the International Convention, August 15th through the 18th, 2018. I know it's like almost a year away, but mark your calendars now. If you are serious about your business, this is the one event. If you go to any events, this would be the one to go to. It's $279 for your ticket. It's an investment, but you know what? You're there with the top people in the company, literally from all the 20 countries. We had over 10,000 people at our convention last year. So definitely that's the dates, and that is the event of the year. Texas Associates, we have USANA University this Saturday. Again, $35 through this Wednesday. And then this is the bins that I keep in the trunk of my car. I always have GoPro books, GoPro audios, USANA newspapers. I want to encourage you to be a pro. Don't rely on your upline for their computer or their copies. You have your own computer. You bring your own copies to your mixers and your events. You be that leader, and you're going to be getting paid like that. And you're going to make a difference in people's lives. You're going to have more fun. You follow a simple system when you are the leader. So this concludes our Monday night webinar. I know we're a few minutes over, but thank you for being on tonight. We're going to unmute the lines, and we would like you all to end the webinar by saying good night and God bless.
Good night and God bless.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night and God bless. Make it happen, everybody.